Today is 11:22, y'all. That's Marley. Hello, everyone. It's about that time. It's about that time for another video. Now, I've been gone for a while. If y'all hear that noise, that's my pet guinea pig Marley in the background. But a lot has been going on for the last 2 weeks. Last Wednesday, I lost my granddad. My granddad fought a long battle. My granddaddy was one of those old souls that if it ain't broke, don't fix it, or I'll fix it myself, or I don't want to go to the doctor. Not today, not tomorrow, not ever. Well, in this case, I wish he would have went a little sooner because this could have been avoided. But all things happen for a reason. All things happen through Christ. And it was just for his time to go. I'm going to truly miss my granddad. Right now I'm going to tell you all a story time of how this event took place. How I lost the best guy in my life. If I cry, don't mind. It's just tears of happiness. It's tears of joy. I'm going to miss my granddad, but I know he'll always be here. And I know I'll always live through him. Okay, so first off, I want to start by on Tuesday morning when it started. At like 1 in the morning, my mom was scrambling around and stuff. So I got up and I was like, "Mom, are you okay?" She was like, "Yes. I'm going to take granddad to the hospital." I said, "Okay, tell granddaddy I love him." So I went back to sleep because I had work in the morning. I got up, checked on my mama and my granddad. They said everything was okay. I went to work. When I went to work, all I could do was think about the situation, like, oh, I hope he doesn't get an intern. I hope like this is not the season for interns or newly workers. I just want my granddad to be okay. I want my granddad to be out safely because he was at Bayfront Hospital. And not to give Bayfront a bad rep, but a lot of my family members have died. Well, not a lot, but we have had family members that died at Bayfront, and we just don't like Bayfront at all. So he was at Bayfront. I got off at 1:30. My sister called me around like, I want to say maybe 12 to 1-ish, right before I got off. And she was like, have you spoke to mama? And I was like, yeah, earlier. She was like, well, granddad's not doing so good. So like I still waited till 1:30 only because my mom didn't call me. And then I got the call from my mom saying that when do I get off? So I knew by that time it was time for me to go. But by that time it was 1:30, so I went ahead, left, and went down to the hospital. So Frederick met me down there, and we were down there for like a while, a long time. But that long time honestly felt like seconds. Felt like minutes. Like everything happened so fast. So I stood in the waiting area for a while because they were doing a procedure on him. I'm not sure what they were doing, but we couldn't go in the room at the time. So I sat down. I talked to my grandma. My mom was gone because she had to go watch babies. And I sat there for a while with my grandma and my sister. We talked until they said we could come back. And that's when my niece made it. So we went back there. I couldn't hold back the tears, y'all. They started running down my face. Like, they started running down my face. Like, I was just terrified. And I seen him. He was still very responsive. He was grunting, which is responsive. There, I cried. We talked to him. I said, Granddaddy, it's your Candy. My nickname is Candy. My granddad gave all of us nicknames, and my nickname was Candy. So I told him, your Candy is here. I love you. You're strong. You got this. Speaking words of encouragement. That's what he needed. I mean, my granddad is a fighter, He made it 86 years. He's a fighter. So, room for a very long time. Then we went back in to the room again because more and more people were coming to see him. So, you know, everybody can't be in a room. And for them, they were very nice about the situation because it was only supposed to be 2 people in the room at a time, and it was like 1,000 of us. They were nice about the whole situation. They were very nice. So I left out of there, sat in the room some more, went back and forth to seeing him, talking to him, giving him words of comfort. Then that's when my auntie, the very first time I went there, he asked for my aunt. And my aunt was still at work because she wasn't going to come down unless, you know, something bad was really happening. Because my auntie, she works way, way, way up north. And her job, she can't just, you know, leave her job. We have careers and stuff like that. Not working at McDonald's. Your job, you got to take it serious. You can't just be calling off, leaving all the time, all that good stuff, if it's not a serious issue. So in this case, my granddad asked for her, so she knew she had to leave work. They were saying that they were going to do surgery on my granddad because my granddad's colon reversed and everything was going up instead of down. And he was complaining of his stomach hurting. But that means his stomach was in severe pain for him to be feeling like this. So it reversed, it went back up, nothing was coming down. So it was just all sitting in one area, which is not good. That's food, waste, all type of stuff just sitting there, bad stuff that needs to get out your body. It's just sitting there. So at this time, they're saying they're going to do surgery. That's a 50-50 chance. Or they can make him comfortable. Now, making him comfortable means putting him on life support, getting him ready to pass away. Well, they wanted the surgery. They asked my granddad, do you want the surgery, Treetop? He grunted. He squeezed our hand. Squeeze our hand, Granddad, if you would like surgery. Squeeze our hand. So, after he squeezed our hand, she went ahead and told him yes. So, next thing, it was like 2 hours later, they called the family back in there because they were going to get him ready for the surgery. Well, they called the family back in there, and they said they will not be able to do the surgery at this time. And the reason being is because my granddad was too weak to go under this surgery. He was too weak, and regardless of the fact if he went under surgery or not, he would not make it. So at this point, it's just tears flowing. It's just my heart breaking at this point. It's terrible. Like, I don't know if y'all ever witnessed the hospital saying making him comfortable, but those were the worst words to me ever. I would not want that on anyone. I would not wish that on anyone, and I hope everybody takes care of their health, check on their family, so this does not happen. And for men, please, please, please stop being so stubborn. Like, get out there, get the help that you need. Go get the help that you need. So after that, we just waited. We continued to talk to him. He still was looking around. He wasn't grunting anymore. He was still looking around. He was still clenching our hands, grabbing our hands, not letting go, you know? Still talking to him, giving him kisses and stuff. Everything. Well, I left because it was it was 12 in the morning I left. I went home and I took a bath and I was going to go to sleep. Well, right after I got out the tub, they gave me a call saying come back to the hospital. So I got my clothes on, rushed to the hospital. As I went to the hospital, he was still in the same conditions, but at this point they say the rhythm has changed in his heart. I believe it was the rhythm of his heartbeat has changed. And they said once that changes, everything goes downhill from there. So my aunt was calling all the family to get there. Everybody got there. I mean, in a good timely fashion. Everybody was there, and we waited. So I got back down there around 12:30. We just waited. We sat there. I ended up falling asleep. Everybody was still going back and forth in the rooms. Well, my niece walked in the door, and she had got my granddad's daughter Ann, and took Ann. And she was like, Ann, they said you should come on in the room. And I'm just laying there. I'm like, okay, maybe they just want her to just come talk to him. So I was like, nah, you finna get up, Gladys. I was tired, y'all. I was gonna get up. And I got up. I walked back there, put everything blurry. My vision blurry, everything blurry, y'all. You know, when you wake up sometimes and everything just, that was what I was going through. So everything was blurry. Went back there. Everybody was standing there. We all was just standing, pretty much hovering over my granddad, praying, thinking, crying. Before we knew it, like all the machines set off. Everything started beeping. The nurse took the medicine off. When they turned the life support machine off first, because he was only breathing 10% on his own, and the machine was breathing for the rest of the way for him. So he was breathing. He wasn't breathing. They started turning the medicine off first. The machine started going off. His heart rate started dropping down the rhythm, and then it finally flatlined, y'all. Instead of the man letting us hear that long beep or whatever noise it was gonna make, if it was going to even make a noise, that noise, he didn't let us hear it. He just cut it off, and lo and behold, my granddad was dead, y'all. My granddad was officially dead. I looked at my clock on my cell phone. My granddad was officially dead at 4:58 in the morning. I mean, some people would be devastated to see that. It gave me closure. It made me feel like I was here. I stood by my granddad the whole time, and I was here. That happened. We left. We ended up leaving. I ended up giving my granddad one last kiss on his forehead again. Grabbing his hand, touching it, holding it, rubbing on his hand, rubbing on his head, his hair. 85 years, my granddad still had a lot of hair. Floyd Lewis, Treetop, 86 of St. Petersburg, Florida, transitioned November 13, 2019. He is survived by his wife, Johnny Mae Lewis, 7 sons, 5 daughters, 6 brothers, 7 sisters, 50 grandchildren, 57 great-grandchildren, and other loving relatives. Funeral service Saturday, November 23rd at 11 a.m. at Mount Pilgrim Missionary Baptist Church. Visitation Friday, November 22nd from 4 to 7, wake 6 p.m. at Smith Funeral Home. And to the family, I just want y'all to continue to keep your heads up. It may feel like we have lost a soldier, but we definitely have gained an angel. Love you all. Thank you for watching. Bye. Hello everyone, I'm Gladys. They call me Little Gladys. They also, my granddaddy called me Candy. That's my nickname. This is Giardia. This is also granddad's granddaughter. This is Boo. I would like to start by sharing my favorite memories with my granddad with you all. One of my favorite memories of Pop is his famous syrup sandwiches. These syrup sandwiches consist of pieces of bread, well, one at that, with syrup on top. If you're wondering the type of syrup, well, I can't reveal the brand because that's our special ingredient, but no, it was yummy. The party started when he would start giving me 2 pieces of bread, or even let me drink the remaining syrup of the bottle. during the time of Granddaddy's passing, I asked my grandma did she remember those syrup sandwiches, and she said no. I didn't realize that this could possibly be one of our little secrets. It was good I wasn't aware because back then I couldn't hold water. I mean, I had all types of cavities, y'all. For my second favorite memory, I need everyone to now take a moment, close your eyes, and visualize. They're standing treetop, over 6 foot tall, with no emotion on his face, in front of a crowd, holding a big gun, while it's set as if he was a soldier. Then all of a sudden, he about faces and breaks out with a dance. It looks like a drill, I mean like a robot type situation. But don't get me wrong, he always had his piece as well. We all know that. I mean, one of the funniest things I've ever seen. Before I leave this mic, I would like for you all now to stand and join hands. And if you haven't already, please open your eyes. First, I would like to say that we all should not feel discouraged, and that this time of tears, let these be tears of happiness. Our God has lived to see 86 years, where He has touched every one of us gloriously. Granddaddy has always told us to go to school and not to be a fool. Some of you may not be in school, but we can take these words and cherish them every day that we're on our jobs. Lastly, to Floyd Lewis, Pop, Treetop Dad, Granddaddy, you are a teacher, a Superman, a warm-hearted, devoted, funny, and especially caring man. I would like to say thank you, and that we love you, and that we'll forever live. You will forever ever live through us all. Thank you, everyone.